Welcome in, family. If this is your first time joining, welcome. If y'all returning, welcome back. All right, you guys, if you need anything from me, everything is in the description below. Join membership for exclusive merch and perks. Anything else that you may need, 𝓓𝓸𝓷𝓪𝓽𝓮𝓬𝓲𝓪. All right. Today has been a really interesting day. I've been processing a lot of things, and I feel like today has truly been a slow day for me, and I need it. It's something around me really rewiring my nervous system, because I feel the energetic shift that's happening within my energetic field. And it's making me really process a lot of things that need to really be looked at. And that's stemming from like my surroundings, the people that I talk to on a day-to-day. And I'm already an introvert, so my circle is already small. I'm not a person who, I'm not even gonna get into that, but I don't converse with a lot of people. I'm big on community, but my actual circle is pretty small, and that's just how I've always been. And yeah, so right now in this season, at this very moment, I'm being asked to really like look at myself and reevaluate the people, the places, and the things that I'm indulging in, even the people I'm indulging in. And yeah, that goes in people, places, and things, but I really wanted to really clarify what that means. Meaning the type of conversations that I'm having, I'm being faced with. How do people make you feel once you're done talking to them? Do they send your nervous system in overdrive, or are you good? Do you feel replenished after you talk to them? Do you feel drained after you talk to them? It's a lot of self-evaluation on my end. And a lot of people are not too fond of it. And of course, I know, not because I'm a tarot reader, you know what I'm saying? I know because I read energy well. And I know a lot of people are not liking the response that they're getting from me, but this season is really causing for me to pull back my energy because I spread it really thin. I'm a Queen of Pentacles, okay, type of person. And yes, I am the Empress, but at the same time, at heart, I'm a Queen of Pentacles. You know what I'm saying? I'm very nurturing, very loving. I feel like I'm very wise beyond my years. And, you know, that's not like being cocky or anything. It's just like, I know a lot of things. I've seen a lot of things. I've been around a lot of things that people wouldn't even believe that I was around. You know what I'm saying? I've experienced every type of lifestyle there is. And a lot of people feel like, oh, you haven't been through anything. You haven't seen anything, and da-da-da-da. But it's a lot of things that I've dealt with over time that I haven't processed. And now that I'm shifting into a more mature version of myself, the woman that I've really so desperately was ready to become, it's like it's all hitting me at once, including those old emotions as well. And it's things that I have to sit in now, because in order for me to be the best version of myself, I have to process my feelings. I have to be very aware of where they're going. And I also have to take a lot of my emotions out of certain situations, because again, Queen of Pentacles energy, I'm a nurturer at heart. And even reading my birth chart last night, I laughed so much because everything that I say to people, my birth chart literally said. And I was like, what the hell? And it was like damn near word for word, verbatim. And it just it assured me that I know exactly who I am. I'm very aware of the things that I'm going to tolerate and the things that I'm not. All right. First card out was hospital. When I see this, it's really feeling like a lot of soul surgery. You know, and I say this all the time because it's like I don't know if y'all realize, like, a lot of things that when you're growing up, it's a lot of things put on you, and it's a lot of things that it's a lot of situations where you can be silenced. And for a long time when I was younger, I was silenced in a lot of situations, whether it was friendships, whether it was, a relationship with my mom, my dad, one with my dad because he wasn't around. So that instantly gave shut off because I didn't have that connect with him. And with my mom, it wasn't that my mom, it was nothing that my mom was doing. It was just, when you're a child, it's like, stay in a child's place, and I'm very respectable, and that's because I grew up with my mom and my grandma. So, so a lot of things, it was like, children don't say or stay out of grown folks' business, stuff like that. And at a young age, I wasn't as aware, obviously, like I am now, but I was very aware as a child. I knew right from wrong, and it always bothered me trying to do the quote-unquote wrong thing. Was I ever placed in situations where, yeah, that was the wrong thing? Yes, of course. That's how you grow. That's how you learn. But at the same time, I became very privy to a lot of situations, and I was exposed to a lot of things very early. Okay, I don't even know why. But I'm telling y'all all of this, but I just feel like it's needed for somebody. But I was exposed to a lot of things very young, okay? And this is like sexually and street behavior, people in higher positions doing corrupt things. It was like I was exposed to just about damn near everything you could think of at a terribly young age, and those things kind of sat with me. And because I'm just I'm an observer, I watch things, I watch how things play out. And again, like I said in my last video, I'm like a child when they touch their hand gets touched on that stove. It's like, oh, I know not to do that again. So I pick up on a lot of things. And when I was younger, of course I would want to do those things again, but it's like I would try it, but with the knowing of, oh, I seen this before, so I know how to get around that, and then I still tried it. Whereas now, I'm not doing that. Now it's like, you know better, so you better do better. And now I feel like I have spirit on my ass 24/7. Not because I do the wrong thing, but it's just because it's like, it's so much temptation when trying to follow the divine. And you have to be 10 toes down in who you are for you to really hear him. And that's going to go over a lot of people's heads. So right now I'm in the process of going through soul surgery, and a lot of you could be going through that as well, like really cutting open yourself. And I'm not talking about literally, like figuratively, of course, really dissecting everything about you, sitting in the things that make you uncomfortable, sitting in the things that piss you off, sitting in the things that make you fearful. I had a situation I was dealing with, and for the life of me, when we argued, my nervous system would go in overdrive, and it was like a panic. And I felt like that 3-year-old running in a corner and hiding, because I felt like, oh my God, where are we going now? Like, when I tell you I don't like conflict now, and I used to be raw in my 20s, but now I'm adjusting myself. And so if it has conflict attached to it, it's like, we can talk about it like adults, or I'll leave that shit where it's at, because I'm not doing that anymore. Like, those days are behind me. I don't have the energy. I don't have the energy to do it. And when my heart still races that heavy, it's something in me that I know that has to process that. But it's also a way of me seeing that that's that little child in me that wanted to be held, that wanted to be nurtured, that wanted to be vulnerable, and I couldn't at that age. And so now sometimes it comes up and I would still push it down, but now it's like I'm learning to sit with that. Why do you feel that way? Whether it's a talk with myself, why do you feel that way, baby? Why do you feel like you feel scared? Why do you feel sad? Why do you feel nervous? You know what I'm saying? And a part of me starting my journey with you all was talking, really learning to exercise my voice. Because again, remember I said I felt silence all my childhood, and that went with me as I grew up. It followed me in relationships and friendships and in relationships with partners. It followed me even in careers when it came to opportunities, not speaking up for myself, not really standing up or putting myself in the front to be seen. In friendships, when it's like, oh, some fuck shit, it's like, okay, I just beat that, and it's like, okay, well, I can deal with it. Because I would never forget, my mom says to me, with a relationship that I had to let go of for 20 some years, that I was a part of for 20 something years. This was like my best friend, and well, it wasn't like my best friend, this was my best friend. And I finally, you know, let her go. And my mom says, well, you know, you are hurt about a lot of things, but you got to be mindful of what you say to people. Or I mean, not mindful, but you need to be aware of what you could tell certain friends. And in my mind, in my spirit, I don't want to be friends with nobody where I gotta tell you when not to tell my secrets. I don't want to have to tell you when I want to be vulnerable, and you're like, oh well, I gotta pick and choose when. Like, that right there pisses me off, and it sends me in that fight or flight, and my nervous system gets out of whack again, because it's like, I trusted you. I was vulnerable enough to allow you to hear my sorrows, because again, I'm somebody who I can keep all my secrets to myself. I can. And I feel like you're a very special person to me in my eyes if I can tell you what I'm going through, and you can hold it with love, and not in a sense of being malice where when we fall out, then oh, I got something over you. Like, you not know how many people I fell out with and I'm still holding their secrets to this day. People who betrayed me, people who slept with people who were mine, who tried to one up me, people who I've given to money, resources, and you still find yourself trying to be in competition with me when I've done nothing but give to you. But I still hold your secrets. So, again, this season is causing for a lot of soul surgery, soul healing. Oh my God, I got very personal with y'all today. But I feel like it was needed, because I feel like it's somebody out there that's watching, or that is going to come across, and you are in this season as well of being vulnerable. But oh my God, I really want to tell you that vulnerability is your power. That is your strength. That is your superpower, because I'm going to keep saying it. Love is the highest frequency, and I did not realize it until this stage. You know, and I've always been wanting, like I've said it and I felt it, but now, oh God, if this wasn't the time, did I really feel it? Oh, I feel it. Because it's making me step as a person, as an individual. And I really had to learn, like, a lot of things aren't about you. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their own thing going on. And in this season, I feel like a lot of people are wanting my attention, wanting my energy. And I really just don't have it to give right now. Not on no extra, like, let's hang out, let's do this. Like, I feel drained. And a lot of people won't understand that, but it comes a time, especially people who are empaths, you are definitely going to be in a space where it's so necessary for you to take time out for yourself and be unapologetic about it. More soul surgery, more healing. Okay, we got school here. More learning about yourself, more developing the knowledge within yourself. Okay, a lot of you could be also getting to the root cause of an issue, especially when it comes to a health issue, or again, just how you're processing something. You're about to find answers in what it is you've been looking for. Remember when I keep saying soul surgery, you're finding out, or you're now coming to the realization as to why certain things didn't pan out, why they did pan out. And very interesting, before I got on here, you know, I got on TikTok to upload, but I seen one of my favorite readers. She's like an entertainer as well. But she always makes these like funny videos about how the universe is when you're shifting through consciousness. And it's so funny because it's so fucking relatable. So she was just saying, like, the video had popped up, it was like, universe, are you ready for your gifts now? Like, not your spiritual gifts. Like, are you ready for your abundance now? And she's like, yeah, I'm ready. And spirit is like, gone. And she was like, that's my friend, gone. And she said, well, what happened? And he said, she said, oh, that was the lover. And then he was like, it was like everybody else. And she was like, what the fuck? He's like, the universe was like, universe was like, I thought you said you was ready for your abundance. She's like, I was, but you took everybody. He said, yeah, because if you're ready for your abundance, then everybody and everything old has to go. And I was like, yo, what the fuck? Yo, what the fuck? High Priestess at the bottom of the deck. It's like an inner knowing. When I said I know what my birth chart is before I even looked at it, like I'm telling people verbatim, like, oh no, I do this because of this, I act like this because of that. Like, that's that self-awareness. And learning my birth chart with school here, it was like, you know why you operate the way you do. You're tapped in, baby. You're tapped the fuck in, okay? Pomegranates could be significant. Somebody might need to consume those, especially for like blood flow, is what I'm getting. Pomegranate seeds, pomegranate juice, right? But yeah, a lot of you are really learning the duality to spirituality and your intuition and you. This season has really made me really self-reflect on my shadow and my light side. I know that in a light aspect, I'm here to spread love, spread joy. A lot of people hate the fact that I'm upbeat. They hate that. And all I can say is I'm sorry that you're not vibing at that frequency. But a lot of people don't see how much work it takes to get here. How many nights I've cried, how many nights I've stayed up like running through a continuous rabbit loophole about the people who I've been attached to, the places, the situations, and then I had to detach, or why I was a certain way, why was I acting out of such and such. It was like a constant loophole, and I feel like healing is, whoo, man, I'm telling you, this journey is not for the weak. And even when I talk to people who want to be on a healing journey, and yeah, they've gotten on it, but I see them relapse in a lot of ways, and you know, that's not for me to say, you know, that's not for me to get into, but I do see them relapse. And you know, I understand because I've been there before. But when you're ready to take your journey seriously, you will. Bottom of the deck, we got the Emperor again. I'm telling you, like, becoming the head honcho, standing on business with the Seven of Wands here, standing on business about what you said, making stronger boundaries. Again, Five of Cups, sad about the things that we have to let go. I'm gonna be honest, sad about the boundaries that you got to uphold. And this could also be speaking about people feeling sad. Remember when I said in the beginning of the reading, a lot of people are sad that I'm not around like that, or that I don't give my energy to certain situations. And I can feel it. I can feel it in the way they try to talk to me and they try to be short with me. But it comes when, see, the thing is, a lot of people try to play mind games with me, when in reality, I'm not trying to play a mind game. That's just who I am. And so it exposes, I'm exposed to their true character, because I can feel and I can see with my third eye when somebody is trying to go out their way to play mind games with me, to manipulate me. And remember, this is something that I'm getting over. This is something that I'm learning about myself, because I know this already. And the fact that I have to see this now in people, it's very disheartening. Because it's like, I don't know how many times I can be vulnerable with people and say, you know, I don't mean it like this, or you know, when I do this and that. It's like people don't pick up on what I'm saying because they're so busy in their own world, or they're so busy trying to get things out of me instead of listening to my wants, my needs. But yeah, I'm supposed to be around and listen to you 24/7. I'm supposed to take on your emotions 24/7. So when I finally pull back, it's like, oh, how dare you pull back the energy? Your advice. How dare you? How dare you couldn't see that I needed fucking time to myself? How dare you? And then it's a mental note, because I'm starting to see it be a pattern. So again, with the Five of Cups, energy is very disheartening. You know, disheartening that we got the Six of Wands in the struggle position. Very disheartening that that people can't pull me into their games. And then when I pull it up like this, Six of Wands, very disheartening when I have to take this journey with a lot of people. You know, but that's the price you pay for growth. You know, I tell people all the time, if you want to grow, you better prepare not to stay the same, because it's not, baby, when I tell you growing is not for the weak, it is not for the weak. When I tell you it gets lonely, oh, it's lonely. I'm not going to sit up here and sugarcoat that shit, because it is lonely. But I'm going to tell you this, it is so worth it in the end, the rewards. And I'm not talking about just monetarily or like the spiritual abundance. It's just like the reward. And when you wake up and you just like, I woke up this morning, when I got back from the gym, I just felt like, damn girl, you look different. You sound different. You're moving different. And you're just genuinely happy now. And like, nobody can fuck with that. You're genuinely happy, and I love that for you, sis. Me talking to me. But yeah, like, I love that for you. You're not allowing people's projections to dictate your mood, dictate what you got going on. I came home from the gym, I made me a full spread. I made me a full spread of food. I recurled my hair, did some skincare, relaxed a little bit. I read a little bit. I'm about to start doing some work. I'm about to get, you know what I'm saying? It's like genuinely moving from a place of peace. And when I tell you, let me tell you, I went to the gym this morning, and as I'm at the light about to turn into the gym, I see my girlfriend, she at the bank. I see her going around in the drive-thru. I said, look at her at the bank. So I pulled up on her like I was her nigga. I pull up on her. I sit in the parking lot. So when she come out the drive-thru, I said, she seen my car. She started rolling that window. I said, yeah, I'm on your ass. I said, how you doing this morning? I said, I'm like a stalker boyfriend. Oh my God. But I just sat in her car, and I was just like, I want to speak to her. I want to talk to her. And I'm glad I stopped, because, you know, she expressed some things to me, you know, just about like the time period right now, the flow of things, and, you know, just reassuring each other that, you know, it's going to be some days where we don't feel motivated. It's going to be some days where we want to just say, fuck everything. Because it's hard, one, being an entrepreneur. It's hard being a mother or father, if you are one, especially when you're not with the other parent. It's hard in general. Life is fucking hard, bro. Don't let nobody tell you nothing, but just adding those other things onto it, baby, life is fucking hard. And like pulling up on her, like it was random, but it was needed. Like it was needed on both ends. And you know, when I finished, it's like, all right, I'll talk to you later. I was like, okay, we're gonna go out to dinner. You know, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna take my baby out, because she was feeling some type of way, you know what I'm saying? My close friends, you know, even though this is a season that I feel like it's for me, it's like, you know, I'm definitely trying to be there more for the people I love. And yeah, I know it might not be as much as they want it to be, but I gotta put me first, Lucius. But yeah, so that was good. And then I went on to the gym and I worked out, and then I'm just like, yo, I just feel amazing. Got me a coffee after that. I feel amazing, you know. So yeah, that was the morning. So a lot of you definitely could be in this space now where you are loyal to your path, dedicated to your path. And Spirit, the divine, is very proud of you. We got the Hanged One here. Looking at things from a different perspective, being more courageous and bold, especially when it comes to your identity and the things that you are identifying with. The divine is proud of you, baby. And if somebody, or hell, if nobody has told you, I'm proud of you. Because like I said, this journey is not easy. So be patient with yourself. Be kind. I say this all the time. We give gratitude and we give grace to everybody else. Why not do it to yourself? Why not do it for yourself? Because you deserve it. You deserve it. A lot of you are really, you know, I feel like a lot of you are being very bold and courageous when it comes to this newer path, and just kind of really trying to stand 10 toes down in. And a lot of you could feel like y'all are being hung by your ankles, like the divine is like, and you're like, oh, I'm hanging on for dear life, but Lord, I'm with you, or Spirit, I'm with you. And that's how I feel too. Like, Spirit, I'm with you. I'm being dedicated. Like, it's been a long road, and sometimes you don't feel like you're gonna see the end of the tunnel, but you will. You will. Somebody could be going to Hawaii as well. It's something here around going back, or knowing that you are your purest form. It doesn't matter. I was gonna burp. It doesn't matter what you were exposed to early on. It doesn't matter what you've done. You always can go back to that purest version of yourself. When you give yourself over, when you get on that path of wanting to better yourself, be patient, be kind, and know that it's a rebirth every season. You have the opportunity to change every season if you want. Don't let nobody tell you. Show these motherfuckers. Show them that the progression is ongoing. It's infinity. She has an infinity sign over her head. The knowledge is infinite. The level up is infinite. The glow up will be infinite. The power to stand 10 toes down on what you believe in and your path is infinite. Alright, y'all. I'm leaving because it's time for me to go pick up Papa. Alright, but I hope this message was for somebody who needed to hear it. Until next time, I love y'all. And I really want y'all to really dive deep in what you're going through. And know that everybody is going through the same thing. Don't let nobody tell you any differently. If a motherfucker acting like what you're saying is foreign because, oh, I don't go through this, I don't do that. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Because everybody goes through the same thing, just on a different timeline. And that is okay too. If you've already been awakened on your path and somebody that you have to let go is just now waking up, it is okay. Just wish them happy healing. Just wish them happy healing. Because you were once there before. And if you haven't gotten there yet, and you're on your journey, and you see somebody that you admire, or that you want to hats off to them, baby, just, I see you, fellow brother, fellow sister. I see you. Because it's not, life is hard in general. So I really hate the people who go out their way to make other people feel even lower about themselves. And the divine has a special place for y'all. Okay. But anywho, I love y'all. Okay. And I mean it. Until next time, happy healing. I love y'all.